And then Paul starts talking about true communism. The most pure form of communism is in this Bible. In the beginning of Acts, when those who were hearing this genuine word were bringing their property and selling it and giving the money to this one cause so that it could be distributed. That's the most pure form of communism. And it happened in the Bible. The irony. And there was a disparity of food and money amongst those who were hearing the same word, and Paul was encouraging those who had more to give, so that those who had less, who were their true brothers, could be the same as them. Because this idea of the animals is a historic debacle. But it continues. That's what the word that's in them. That they need to get more and hold on to what they have. It's the word they hear. The word we hear. It's powerful. It drives us to want to have more than others. Because if we have more, then we feel more safe. But Paul is encouraging something incredible in these chapters. 8 and 9, 2 Corinthians. He's telling them to give what they have away. The same way that Jesus encouraged this communism with that ruler that came to him, wanted to follow him. And he said, sell your money because it's not important and give it to the poor and come and follow me. And he couldn't do it because it was too important. It's not important. And this is what Paul is saying. And it was a hideous idea to them. It was just as hideous an idea to the young ruler who had so much money, because he needed it to help him feel safe, help him feel secure. Because that's the voice that drives us and tells us what to be, how to be. The way to God is about psychology, not about religious ideas. Not about mouthing something that sounds religious. Not about finding agreement with those who claim to know the way to God. It's finding what you are and facing what you are and agreeing with God that you really are just a common animal. Because you hear that voice and you understand that voice and how powerful it is. And you see how it disagrees with the purpose of the Father to have His children with Him where He is. Because it promotes the animal identity. It promotes the animal self. It doesn't promote His purpose. Because it's all about animal agreement. It's all about the agreement of the self and self-promotion and selfishness. Paul is telling them, you have true, genuine brothers who don't have any food. And you have food, you have extra. You actually have money. You need to redistribute it to those who don't have any, so that your true and genuine brothers can have something to eat. And these Corinthians Or saying, yeah, but we have families and our families need to eat. And that's what the humans always say. But our family needs to eat. Our family needs this money. We can't give it away to strangers. That's what Paul was saying. They're not strangers. They're truly, genuinely your true and genuine brothers. Even your own children are less truly, genuinely related to you than those who are starving in Jerusalem and other places. Your own children may or may not be part of God's purpose. They're not automatically part of God's purpose because they came from your body, because they have your DNA. That's an animal idea. These brothers in Jerusalem are genuinely your true brothers because they hear the same word that you've heard. The same word that called you out of this animal world, animal existence. Out from promoting exclusively your own purpose and will so that you can be part of God's purpose, the Father's purpose to have His sons with Him where He is. That's the important thing that's happening here, and that's why you should give your money to your brothers. And don't hang on to it yourself because it makes you feel safe. Because you think that these animals you have produced need it more than your genuine brothers. Your brothers need it more. And the misnomer of the institutions today, that those who are dispensing the mythology and the lies, who claim to be descendants of Paul, and these churches who existed in the first century, these ecclesias, whatever, that they should be collecting money for themselves and to continue to promote the lies. That's a joke. They know how to pull on the emotion strings of the animals and indirectly promise those who are listening to them that they will get a better place in heaven or wherever they're assumed to be going by giving money to them so that they can draw salary, for one, and so that they can send money to missions, which is really just doing the same thing that they're doing, trying to convert. I mean, sure, they might be giving food to people, but they are not just doing that for free. They're doing it to try to convert so that they can gain that currency that they're all trying to gain. And the place where they're collecting the money all the way to some place on the other side of the world where they're dispensing the money so that they can try to get something in return, that agreement, so they can get those to whom they're giving this money to agree that they know the way to God, that they really are telling the truth, that their Jesus God is better than the other gods, because that agreement is so valuable. So they're always looking for agreement. And that's because that's the only power they have.